Poem is called Footprints. I hope you interpret it in whatever way you can. We listen. We don't judge. All right? So there was this light-skinned, older baddie. We listen. We don't judge. Just listen. So there was this light-skinned, older baddie that I had a huge crush on. I used to get nervous around her. I remember one time she was around, and then I choked. And then I asked her a dumb question. Gents, you know when you're trying to build conversation with a beautiful girl, you ask the most dumbest question. So I asked her, what do you notice first in a person? I expected her to give these common, boring, extremely beautiful women answers that they love to give. You know, pretty girls sometimes. Conversational. We listen. And then she said the first thing she notices in a person is their walk. She says it tells her all about where that person has been and where they're here to go. Now, I don't know if you saw me walk here. I started thinking if my funny walk told her all about the places that I've been and where I'm here to go. And now I'm still wondering. I'm wondering if the ground can tell that a few days after one of my birthdays, I woke up and my right leg wasn't the same anymore. I'm still wondering if the ground can tell that I now walk with the limb. In fact, I wonder if the ground can tell my footprints from yours, and your footprints from the next person's, and the next person's footprints from mine. I remember when we were young, we used to play in half-tarred streets in my neighborhood. I remember how the half-tarred street would scrape off our toes and our ashy knees. And I remember we would put sand on our wounds just to temporarily stop the bleeding. And I wonder if that's the same sand from Father Time's hourglass. I wonder if each time that happened, you'd be like, all in due time, my babies, all in due time. You see, we had dreams, man. Me and my friends, we had dreams of leaving our footprints on the moon. But somewhere along the journey, we fixated our eyes on gadget screens, became ashamed of our bare feet, obsessed over designer shoes until the streets in our neighborhood would miss us coming out to play. And so we had too much time on our hands, people. Fluffy clouds in the sky to behold. We stuck our tongues out for no apparent reason. Well, just to show how colorful they were from eating berries. And our favorite thing was to say, the sky is the limit. The steps of a righteous man are ordered by God. And yet I wonder if the ground judges the steps of a lost soul, or if it smiles at the footsteps of a righteous man. The heavens stare down at us while this ground holds us up. And sometimes I wonder if these two ever talk. And if they do, I wonder what their conversations sound like. So when that baddie said the first thing she notices in a person is their walk, it tells her all about where that person has been and where they're yet to go. I thought to myself, one day my legs shall move no more. Would I have gone to all the places I was meant to go in this big but yet small world stained with 7 billion pairs of footprints? It's hard to guess if mine will be missed, or if the weight of my body and all its problems will make a difference. Because the difference is, from the beginning, all I've ever wanted to do was to make a difference in this big but small world. So I want to ask you, one day, should you ever find yourself in any of the streets I ever walked in, will you be able to tell your footprints from mine, or mine from yours, or yours to the next person's? And if ever should you get lost, I wonder if my footprints will be visible enough for you to follow all the way back home. Back home. Not to your family, but to God. Thank you.